All right, so we got kind of like a framework for how to think about this weekly. And I think, honestly, this is like, I don't want to say it's like the dream start. But I think scaling is, I guess it's always scaling and sniping, okay? But this week, I feel like early, the scaling is, you piece of junk. How dare you make a better team than me from the same ingredients? I feel like this week, in particular, this is crazy. The scaling early, wherever you can get it from, it matters a lot. That's at least what I gleaned from our last attempt. Now, time will tell if that framework is meaningless, because it sounded like a sentence constructed with no meaning whatsoever. But like, normally you might be like, oh, it doesn't really matter what we level up early. Here, I'm like, dude, I'm so happy we have birds, because birds are guaranteed stats. I'm so happy we have ladybug, because ladybug is stats from food. There's positivity there. Historically speaking, the peacock goes hard. Feel free to screenshot. So I know we have not purchased the food yet. But I think that we have the right idea. Now, next round, like, nobody's going to level up unless we get some insane shops. So I feel much more, like, confident buying foods that buff the peacock to buff our ladybug, and then whatever the bird hits is just gravy. Like, that's nice. I don't really want to buy 2 cupcakes. I'd rather buy like 1 food that's permanent, I think. I don't really want it to be a croissant. So it turns out I actually am like a little picky. And I didn't think the moth really had a future. That's the perfect buff, though. Just to get the 2 stats out of the bird was nice. We should have frozen the peach, probably, but... See, this is it's paying dividends already. It's I think it's yet another draw. It's a win. Never mind. Okay, peacock would go off. Peacock would go off. No peacock. Let me get. I just don't think the croissant really works on anybody. I would honestly sell a moth at this point and just buff the peacock thusly. Not interested. Very interested. And although I don't expect it to be useful like forever, I do feel like a ladybug with garlic, it could kind of get some stuff done. Plus it was a food buff at a minimum. It's not going to be like the first unit to be sold, probably, I think, maybe, I don't know. I'm rethinking my whole strategy, I'm rethinking my whole life. Never mind, we got to draw again. We're not really falling off, but we're not really climbing up. This, I think, good salad. I don't really want either of those. This is just so many more stat points that it feels more appropriate. Although the peach we would have been able to target it, which would have been nice because the salad did not go to the right unit at all. Okay, I'm scared. I feel like this is not going the way that I needed it to go. Oh no, wait. Now we're going up against a team that's not that amazing, and I don't feel so scared at all. I feel like our team is actually pretty... Now I'm like, we're going to 10 without a doubt. It's like, I don't... Really, my emotions are not a good barometer of where the run is at. It's more of like a good barometer of how the last round went. We just won handily. We're going to 10. Nothing can stop us. We lost narrowly. I'm never going to financially recover from this. Okay. Call me crazy. Of these 2 units, I would rather keep the level 2 bluebird than the ladybug at this point. And I'm just going to throw in a little sicko mode hawk. I don't really want the level 3 bird. That's why I rolled past. But I definitely do. Okay, now we've got some interest. Am I going to sell a bird or a toad? It's tough. Because, like, I feel like you should probably sell... That's a strong team. I feel like I should probably sell the bird, but after everything I've said about scaling, something in my head is like, you can't do that. That would be hypocritical. But on the other hand, we did just lose to Urethra Franklin, so I don't know. I would say we sold the bird, buy the seal. I'm going to buy you. I'm going to hit you with some honey just because it's a buff, and then I'm going to pray for the salad. Hey, let's go. Reasonable. We should probably move the seal to the back. Well, I don't know if it matters. Everybody's equipment's getting overridden anyway. The peacock really needs to level faster. Oh my god, and you got honey off of that? Oh my god, I think we draw. Do we draw here? We draw? I guess it could have gone worse, but it's still demoralizing. Peacock needs more HP. It needs more HP. Toot sweet. Why don't you take some of that? Keep in mind this is basically like purchasing a salad, and it upgrades the food that was on our seal. So I think the seal's actually in the right spot now. Now I'll buy one of these. I'm not sure if the hawk is gonna hold. We're doing what we can with what we got. We don't have an amazing scaler until the seal levels up again. But neither do most of our opponents. So, like, big whoop, man. And, like, particularly this peacock is not getting stats fast enough. However, you're gone because you stink. Goodbye. Thank you, next. Now sell the cow. Buff the seal. Huge. Huge. Take your level. Spawn a unit you've already got. I sleep. You might as well just, like, be here. Targeted food. Space maker. Level 2 seal. Much closer. Now, okay, there's something to this. We might be in trouble on this round. But I don't know. I think we did more for our team by selling the giraffe than the giraffe did on an average round. Land the shot. Shoot the J. We're kind of toasted right now, though. Or are we? I don't know. I said we were toasted, but the rest of their team is nothing special. I'll take my draw. I'll happily take my draw on the pivot round. Seems like a very draw-heavy weekly. Buy me. Sell me. Approaching a new world where our seal is our best unit. It's kind of a scary place to be, honestly. I'll buy you. And then roll. I'll keep 2 soups frozen. It sounds fine to me. You could stick around. A tiger that helps out a hawk maybe could fill some space for us. No lemons on the team. Nobody over like 20 HP. We're asking a lot out of a team that may or may not have the capabilities to do that, but we are still hanging. Like, we're not just hanging. That was another comfortable win. We're going to 10 easily. It's a callback. I'm not asking for the jinx, okay? Combine me? I honestly think you should just do this. I think you should just do this. And then, like, I know I want the level, but with only this much gold remaining, I think... Just trying to think about how to set it up. I think we do want to set it up like that. And you could stick a... No, wait, we don't have space for you anymore unless we sell the tiger. Don't really think anybody needs a melon at this point, although maybe, like, the toad... Kind of. Why do I have another zebra frozen then? Can you make it make sense? Why do I have another zebra frozen? It's amateur hour. Wait a minute. This seemed good. It seemed very nice, as Borat would say. Now, don't forget, we're going to level up the toad, but then we got to put some focus back into the seal. We'd really love the seal to level up again. This guaranteed food goes crazy. Why don't you take this? Don't really need it. A lemon is pretty appropriate on the peacock, even though it would give us a buff with our seal. I think that's the mature thing to do right there. Now, a seal level would really hit the spot. A tiger level, I don't know, could also go pretty hard, I think. We're actually getting pretty good value out of this right now. And I think I'm reasonably happy I got a lemon on my peacock there, because things were getting a little nasty. Teams were saying some things they can't take back anymore, and look at that. Papa Bear crushes your mom. I don't even want to think about the genesis of that name, but thanks for the dub. We're going to go buff. And you know what? With 6, I'm not going to make our odds of finding seals and tigers worse. So I'm just going to buy the ones that we see so we get the whole shop. We got a falcon again. The level 1 seal is carrying too much weight right now, man. The Beatles were right. He's carrying that weight for a long while. I would say too long, personally. Oh, I really... Never mind. We drew. I was going to say I really wanted to draw here. And we got it. Why don't you... Yes. And then why don't you buff the seal? Thank you so much. And I'm really looking for another seal. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this part yet. Very eager to see another seal. Because I don't think this squad's getting too much stronger as is right now, but... Holy cow. The Tiger's getting kind of strong with it. I don't think we can beat the squad here. It was not too far off, but I think that's a sign of things to come, honestly. Well, I should have buffed the seal with the targeted food at least, but... Honestly, as much as I want to give the buffs away, I feel like the Toad might do best. I mean, 1917 is no slouch. I think we have, like, the definition of a solid team that has no chance of getting to 10. It's a very strong Peacock. Yeah, this is no shot. Again, it wasn't off by that much. There are 2 scalars lived, but... Dude, we've been getting a lot of 6s this week. I really think we just kind of got... Dare I say it, at the risk of it sounding like sour grapes a little bit. A little screwed with the shop. Very interesting. A little screwed with the shops not paying out with that level 2 seal. That would have... That'd be a moody mammal, by the way. Like a cow. Mrrr. Reminds me of a great joke I heard once. Knock, knock, who's there? The interrupting cow. The interrupting cow. Mrrr. The first person comes in and says moo and interrupts the second. One of the finest comedy minds the world has ever known. Okay, it's not like it's a bit of an atypical way to structure the squad, but I'm doing it. I think that, you know, it's frustrating a little bit when there's no XP. I'm not, like, who cares? I've been playing the game now for over 1 calendar year. Like, I have to put dash 2022 in all of the thumbnail names when I'm making them in Photoshop just to not get them confused with the ones I made a year ago. It's a sign of a great game. But the weeklies, I do get annoyed when there's no way to get experience except matches in the shop. Crow would be nice. Pill to go with blobfish would be nice. Chocolate is almost like, I feel like it should almost be an auto include every week, but I'm also like an idiot. I'm not a game designer, so what do I know? I don't feel like we should invest more in the loyal chinchilla, even though the option is there. How are we looking at start of battles? 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not an unreasonable amount of start of battles, honestly. Do you think we could maybe, like, sell? Oh, but there's no lollipop, right? Yeah, what are you gonna... what are you gonna do if there's no lollipop, man? Like, we got to start a battle here, but, like, so what? I think you have to do it now just because we're pot committed to at least making you, like, a 4-4. But, like, I don't know where we go from there. It's okay, we have 10 life. I mean, it seems like it's a slow weekly. Like, teams don't tend to pick up too fast unless I'm, you know, maybe the bear is the secret sauce there. I guess I probably stole your bear ability, which is not relevant, but I'll take my win regardless. The salamander is going to need... Like, if there was a cucumber, we could see the salamander popping a little bit more, but... I think we gotta just kind of bail on this salamander idea. It pains me to say it. It does. It still does. It still does. Kind of thought it was like guaranteed that maybe we would get one, like a match at that point that wasn't a salamander. But then I guess what am I asking for now that I think about it? I don't know. I don't know. How do I feel about the squad? I feel like the cockroach can paper over a lot of shop mistakes until it can't. So for now, I'm saying thank you, cockroach. But really, the team is just the cockroach. Apparently, I'm taking a wombat. You definitely need that. This is like the best result out of the worst team right now. Like, this is not good, but also every team we're playing against is also not doing very well. Although this time you are gonna, unless did you have a feint ability? You piece, you sussy baka. No feint abilities either. Okay, I think you gotta go in order to maybe like get some bonuses off of level ups when they eventually happen. You getting 2-2 doesn't really matter, so I'll wait around for that. I see the possibility, but no. Why? I'm just endlessly rolling. I'm mashing the button. May God have mercy on your soul. Okay. I mean, this feels like we're not going to get past 3 wins. I'm hoping to be proven incorrect, but we got a ways to go. Wait a minute. This is a draw. Unless you had a feint trigger, in which case I might win. I'll take my draw, though. Dude, that's like, I should not have gotten that one, honestly. Maybe there's a chance starting now. Buff me. You know, they fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again. Go ahead. I'm not buying a cupcake if I can avoid it. I will buy this. Is there any shot? It may surprise you to find... I'm constructing the exact same team. It may surprise you to find I actually think there is a shot, but I still think it revolves around a level 2 seal as soon as possible. Nobody runs feint triggers anymore, huh? It's just me? I'm the only person? Are there even any feint triggers? Am I looking for something that doesn't exist? There's like just spiders and blobfish or something? That's not great. You know what? Take this for now. It's way too late to... Anything can work at any time, but it's way too late to expect the jellyfish to work. Even with 2 of them in the shop. Like, it's starting so far behind where the enemies that take that path are going to be. My whole squad is ruins. I'm in trouble. Any feint triggers in there? No such luck, huh? Alrighty. Alrighty then. Level 2 seal? No? I think if we're being real with one another, we could probably say that this one's not looking good, right? We could say that this is fairly likely to go down. Which is a shame because we got the seal we were looking for so quickly. I lived. I died. I am dead. I owe you one more. That one, I think, I don't know. It just... Mid-game brainlessly rolling the shop is not going to do you any favors, I suppose. Now, there's no... Well, like, you have 1 HP, you have 1 HP, you have 1 HP. You have 1 HP. But nobody buys those units. So I don't think the mosquitoes... Well, I was going to say I don't think it's that good. But then again, I definitely think it's better than the other things that were available. So let me be a Lord of the Bosses. The 3rd horrible bosses movie that will never come out because half of the people involved in the first one have been canceled. I think it stars Kevin Spacey and was directed by Brett Ratner. I'm sorry to tell you, I think it's a relatively funny movie that might have had some monsters involved in its production. But regardless, we're rolling. This is neither here nor there. I like the squad. I like this squad here. On the other hand, it also has Jason Sudeikis, who is Ted Lasso. It's like the most wholesome show on television, right? So maybe that... How many Jason Sudeikises do you need on the movie's cast to compensate for one Kevin Spacey? I'm here. My producer in my ear is saying, please be quiet. Please shut up. Just talk about the pets a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. A sheep. Whoa, crazy. All right. I'm going to put you in here just because I can, and let's see what we got going on out of this. I would rather combine my moths and run something like this, just because the cockroach... I'd rather have 2, 3, 4 cockroaches than like 1, 8, 4, and then 2, 2, 1 moths at the back. It's not really a fully apples-to-apples comparison, but you get the idea. Sheep's efficiency is through the frickin' roof. Look at... Are you seeing this efficiency? It's through the frickin' roof. And that, what I mean by efficient, sometimes people ask. No, they don't. Yes, they do, okay? Sometimes people ask. Basically, I'm saying you get a lot out of it for 3 gold. Some units, like, I mean, unfortunately for us, a seal is like a good example. It feels like it doesn't really come online until you've invested a lot of money into it, and sometimes they make up for the slow start with great effects in the late game, and sometimes they don't. But the sheep is pretty much just like, it hits like almost its own peak usefulness, like right out of the box. It's like it doesn't need any other accessories. It's plug and play. Now, we don't really have a garlic target, which is unfortunate. We could have a garlic target if we were happy to put an armadillo on the squad. I don't think it's, like, in the cards for us for, like, the whole game. But I do think that it's at least acceptable to run temporarily. We did spend, I mean, spending 6 gold on something that you only intend to use for a small amount of time is, like, a little questionable. But here we are. Anyway, look at the efficiency, man! My 2-2 sheep traded with like a 7-6 green beetle. It's crazy. It's one of the finest. What's the adjective that refers to a sheep? You know, if you're like a pig, you're porcine. If you're like a horse, you have a certain equineness to you. A bovine quality. What is sheep? A mutton-esque? It's the first thing that popped into my brain. It can't be true. For now, I think we're in maintenance tier. Give me some salads. You don't have to be a genius to see that. I mean, you are really important. We'll see. You don't have to be a genius to say something like pineapple mosquito, but it honestly, like, it falls off so quickly if it ever started at a level of relative usefulness. Hold on, I'm still pogging. Don't let him win. He's going to talk about his efficiency again. It's okay. We're going to lose this one, okay? Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Do have 5 wins, though. I think the cockroach can go in favor of the toad. It hurts, like, it's great to see so many matches in this. Ooh, to see so many matches in the shop. It just hurts to not get, like, a unit that is, I would consider super important right now. The one thing and this is, like, perfect timing for it. I was gonna say, like, I gotta put some more respect on the camel, I think. I love the camel. It's one of my favorite units in the game. It's gotta be one of my top pick tier 2s. The only thing is, I tend not to take it if it shows up a little later. If it shows up early, it's like an auto grab. But I think it, based on what I've seen this week where the power levels are relatively low, it seems like, let's try something like this now. It seems like having a camel with 6 HP and like a relatively early garlic on it could actually do some serious work. My whole squad's being erased. This is brutality. Oh no, you copied my armadillo! Their sheep is more efficient than mine. I think we got a problem. Like, 6 wins is fine. It's respectable. But, I mean, I don't think we can realistically rely on what I'm relying on here. Which is our armadillo just taking enough heat to buff the rest of our squad to the point where it has a good chance. I think if it's got a chance to work, it revolves around this. And I don't know. I'm scared. Maybe when we are gonna live, if we get shops that are like really, really good, like if we get basically just monkeys, if we get a ton of early game monkeys, maybe we got a shot at this, but I'm skeptical. We weren't actually that far off. We were very, very close on that one, so that's encouraging. Another monkey. I think for now we've got to accept that. We got to accept that this is the play, and it's very prospective. I feel like that's just horrendous, but that's unlikely to be an enormous effect in whether or not we're going to win this next round, but But it does hurt. No, Miska, no! After all the smack I talked about my own Scorpions, man. Well, that just could not have gotten worse, basically. But we still got 6. How about that? Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. We're going to find the code and we're going to crack it. And I'll see you next time. See ya.